We'll stop here for now. You can pick a bunk. Nobody else has been here in ages.
Surprising. Place looks to be in good condition.
Courier's got bots that keep the place maintained. We used it as a safe house during the war. The whole team. Look, I've been thinking about what you said last time. About my wife. You said that if someone killed her again, then I would think differently about vengeance. Can't argue with your logic. But the thing is, I killed her.
What the fuck?
She got kidnapped by Legion slavers, so I tracked them down. She was about to be sold off, so I chose to save her from that life. Don't care if that makes you feel differently. I've made my peace with it. Never wanted to do it. Just...
I've done worse. Much worse. I don't think less of you for what you did.
Just thought that if we're gonna continue traveling together, you should know that.
Your choice. It was an impossible one.
I've moved past it. We'll probably never know if I made the right decision. So when I talk about redemption, I'm not trying to bullshit you into some faith-centered moral justification. It's because believing in redemption is the only way out of that mental prison, wondering whether you did the right thing.
Maybe that works for you, but you know the thing. I enjoy what I do, take pride in my work.
Think I didn't?
I'm glad you found redemption, Boone, but I never said I wanted that. All I'm here to do is find this courier.
Your choice. Not here to change your mind.
Good. So how about we cut the philosophical shit?
Fine by me. Satellite that we use to get there only works for a 4-hour time frame. We'll head out in 2.
Got it.
Till then, might as well get some shut-eye. Doubt we'll be getting much sleep when we get there.
In the years after the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Big Mountain came under new ownership. The Courier, having successfully secured independence for the new state of Vegas, returned to the think tank, where it became his main base of operations, taking the science and technologies that once lay dormant and using them to rebuild Vegas's infrastructure from the ground up. With the Mojave now largely self-sufficient, the Courier ventured into new realms of science. Technologies once thought impossible by even the brightest of the think tank were achieved, allowing the Courier to travel between dimensional realities. Although no time passed at all for the residents of the Mojave, the Courier would return from his travels having aged and seeming wiser for it. He brought back with him magical artifacts, strange technologies, and even a plethora of literature from these realities. After concluding his dimensional journeys, he adopted a new title, Oracle, to reflect the many futures he had seen. But he soon distanced himself from the decisions made in the Mojave, simply stating that the timeline must be allowed to unfold naturally, for now. And so he once again became a myth, with the citizens of Vegas not having seen him in years.
Oh boy, you two finally made it.
Yes, man. Didn't think you left the Lucky 38 anymore.
I'm just a re-implementation of the 1.0 model. The Oracle keeps me around for laughs and to help guests like you find the welcome party.
Didn't come here for a party. I need to see this Oracle. Wasted enough time already just getting here.
Don't worry. The Oracle has granted you a special audience. You'll be the first person to speak with him in years.
Let's get on with it then.
All right. Count backwards from 3 for me.
Not going to do that. Can't we just... So you're the one I've heard so much about.
Frank Castle, it is good that you are here. We have much to discuss.
Not up for discussion. How about you send me back to my world, and no one has to get hurt?
You are eager to return home, no doubt. I imagine it must be painful to think that the evil you fight against might be catching an upper hand during your absence. However, I can assuage these fears. Your world is frozen in time, while you are absent from it.
Doesn't make a difference. Brought me here, against my will. Now send me back.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. You are needed.
For what?
There is a threat looming. One that threatens to throw our entire multiverse out of balance. This cannot be allowed to happen.
And you think I'm the guy to stop it?
One of them, yes. There will be others.
Then why grant me this special audience?
Because you are different from the others. You do not display a willingness to find redemption. It is curious.
More of this shit.
I do not seek to change your mind, as most do. Simply to engage you in the conversation. You are different from the others I have brought here. A much-needed foil.
And you want me to team up with them? Let me tell you something. I don't work with others.
You did as a soldier. And this war will need soldiers. I promise you this, Punisher. Once this war is won, the means for you and those like you to return home will be unlocked.
Guess I don't have much of a choice.
Know this. We all have a choice. But we don't always get to decide where we make them.
Just who are you, really? Heard you go by a lot of names.
I am called many things. In this world, the people of the Mojave know me as the Courier. I was tasked with delivering a package to a technological mastermind known as Mr. House. Unbeknownst to me, the package I carried was a platinum chip, carrying on it advanced software that would give Mr. House full control over New Vegas, allowing him to stop the invasive forces known as the NCR and Legion.
And now, you control Vegas, traveling between dimensions.
I lived many lifetimes in Vegas, replaying the outcome until I found just the right one. Then, I perceived other conflicts in other worlds, other galaxies. I've faced many threats, dark entities that threaten to consume all life, a madman in an underwater grave, legendary dragons of old, an armada of sentient machines. Courier, Exile, Ace in the Hole, Dragonborn, Commander. I am all of these things and many more, but it's not as simple as a name or a title. I oversee the flow of all realities, ensuring no deviations. One such deviation is now beyond my reach, and it will arrive here at the nexus of realities.
This threat, what is it?
It is ignorance incarnate. He is a force that knows only greed, only hunger for power, a siphon of energy. When he arrives here, we must be ready.
Dealt with plenty of power-hungry assholes. What makes this one any different?
The worst monsters are the ones we create, but you will learn this lesson, as I have. There are things I must tend to elsewhere. I encourage you to meet the others who have arrived here already.
Fine. Just don't expect me to get along with any of them.
I already know what to expect, Frank Castle. I have seen how your story will unfold, as you will see it yourself.
Thank you for watching. If you are enjoying this AI gaming multiverse, then consider liking the video and subscribing. If you want to get involved in our ongoing narrative, click the link in the description to join our Discord community. Until next time, Courier, and God be with you.